What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and surprise, surprise, we have another SugoFest exclusive on the way. Chopper and Robin from Egghead. You do see that Atlas is in this artwork as well, but this is not an Atlas unit, this is just Robin and Chopper. I mean, look, no real surprise that we get like another legend for another game mode, and I feel like this is going to be consistent moving forward. I feel like every single month from this point onwards, we're probably getting a TM legend, we're probably getting a Kizuna Clash legend, maybe even a Rumble legend every month. So I just feel like this is something we have to, get used to. And unfortunately, I don't know what's going on as well, but like the quality of these characters seems to be dropping dramatically. Like I have had a brief read through these units that we'll talk about in this video, and they look rough. They don't look great. There are some redeeming qualities, but like, let's be real, these are not units you need to be spending your rainbow gems on. So let's go ahead and get started. So Robin and Chopper are a dual unit, and you can see this is the captain ability. So I believe this is their dual captain, not their solo captain, but it will give Dex, Sight, Fighter, and Cerebral characters a buff, HP recovery 1.3, boost their attack between 5.25 to 6 times based on the amount of HP that you healed in the previous turn. Characters have had this type of ability in the past. It's never really been good, so I'm not really a big fan of that. Also makes Dex Sight tandem slots matching, reduces crew's attack down duration by 10 turns. That's like the best thing about this character's captain ability is minus 10 turns of attack down is always pretty valuable to have, so that's cool. And then it does allow you to overheal with their captain ability as well. So captain ability wise is nothing amazing aside from the attack down removal, which might have some niche usages, but we'll see. There's switch effect here. It will apply a fighter and cerebral resistance down of 15%. And then also it will give you 25% damage reduction for 1 turn. Not a great switch effect, all things considered. There's super switch effect, which is 6 switches. It gives a 30% resistance down, and it will go ahead and reduce damage taken by 80% for 1 turn. That's a lot better, and extends the duration of your crew's base attack boosts and multiplicative chain boosts for 1 turn, and then you combine into the dual unit for 3 turns. So this is one of those units that does that kind of thing, where they become the dual unit in their switch effect. It's fine, but like overall, it's just not that great, honestly. Like, it's just the 80% damage reduction is a cool thing. The resistance down could be kind of useful. I've seen a lot of characters like have these weird gimmicks around like if you have buffs you can extend them and stuff like that. It's kind of clunky in my opinion. I'm not really a big fan of it. We'll have a look at their special ability. It does heal 25% of your max HP, and remember, if you use them as a captain you can overheal. It also gives 5 times character's recovery as end of turn healing for 10 turns. So when I saw this, like, alarm bells are kind of going off, like this is like going to be really, really good with the New Year's Luffy that came out, because if you guys remember, New Year's Luffy has an effect in his kit which says that if you have 10 turns of end of turn healing when you launch his special, it will give you the conditional boost against increased damage taken, and whilst also inflicting increased damage taken. So this is going to have great synergy with the New Year's Luffy. Also, this character is cerebral and fighter focused, so technically it could also work with the New Year's Sabo as well. On top of that, it will reduce all enemies' Rainbow Shield by 7 turns, so that's okay. It also boosts Dex, Sight, Fighter, Cerebral base attack by 1750 for 3 turns. If you have a base attack boost when you launch the special, it will give you a 1.75 times chain multiplicative buff for 3 turns. It's a very good chain multiplicative boost, but you need to have base attack boost beforehand. But then it also says, if you have base attack boost and multiplicative boost when you launch the special, it's going to boost your crew's base attack, or boost your crew's attack based on your damage reduction effect applied on the crew. So essentially, if you use their switch effect to become their dual form, you'll get the damage reduction, you'll become the dual unit, and then you'll go ahead and get the percent damage reduction base attack boost, which is pretty good. This effect is kind of nice for sure, but what doesn't really make a lot of sense is like you need to like apply base attack boost and multiplicative boost beforehand to really like make this effect actually useful. So I don't understand why this is in the kit. It's very, very weird, unless if you're using like double, almost triple Robin and Chopper to get like full effect of this. Of course, there's probably going to be other characters that make this work, but overall, I'm not really that excited about this unit, to be quite frank. It's really just not that exciting at all. And they do have a super class as well, so this character like legit just has everything. So you need to become the dual unit with their switch effect, and then you need to have 3 of the following characters on the crew, and it can be used as a crewmate, which is a big deal. The effect itself allows your crew's base attack boost to be further buffed 2 times, and further increases your base attack boost by up to 1.2 times, up to 4,000. That's actually quite high. So let's actually pull up the calculator real quick. So if you have 1750 from this character's kit, and then you multiply it by 1.2, so it's 2100 base attack boost for 3 turns potentially, which is like kind of okay. And then you could buff it up to 2 times. So if you have double of this unit, you can multiply it by 1.2 again. I guess could be kind of cool, but again, it's a little situational. I don't think this character is just that good. I just don't see this character being on like high-end damage team content or anything like that. The utility is pretty lackluster. Like, it's just basically the rainbow shield removal, and they do have the ability to remove attack down, but you're not really going to be using this character as a captain all that much, unless if captain shift characters become more prevalent. Okay, so in terms of crewmate abilities, recover 500 HP, which is whatever. Base attack, or base stats, is just whatever. Critical hit, hunger, barrier pierce. Barrier pierce on this character is a very interesting choice, but hey, I'm all for it. Barrier pierce is a great potential ability. And now in terms of their Rumble stuff, so in Rumble, they give buffs to fighter characters, giving 6 attack, 6 health, 4 defense. That's a very good set of skills. And then for the first 40 seconds, fighter characters get level 3 special CT increase. And then after the first 40 seconds, give this character level 8 recovery. So at the start of the battle, they're giving you higher chances at launching your special faster. After the first 40 seconds, then they're more focused into like recovering. So their Rumble special targets fighter teammates for recovery bind removal by 20 seconds, which is kind of whatever. It gives you 3 times healing, targets one teammate with low HP for a 30% heal as well, one high attack teammate for 500 HP interval healing. Look, if you're going to build a fighter team, you're not wasting a full 55 cost slot on your Rumble team for a character such as this. I'm sorry, you're just not. And then their resistance is resisting damage over time, which is good against versus Blackbeard, I guess. But like, let's be real here. This unit sucks. This unit is just not that good. And I don't understand why they are releasing these half-baked legends that just don't do anything. Like, if they really want people to go out of their way to pull for these units, like, give us a reason to use these units, because this kit, there's really not much of a reason to have this character. Like, yeah, this character is going to be good against the most recent Kizuna clash it's going to draw, but like, let's be real, this character is not that great. So yeah, you can completely avoid this one. Atlas, I actually really love this artwork, by the way. This is a fantastic artwork here of Atlas as a generic Kizuna rare recruit character. Captain ability is whatever, no one really cares. The special ability, though, it does remove damage threshold by 7 turns. It changes all of your crew slots, including block, into bomb slots, which they treat as beneficial for cerebral characters as a crewmate. It doubles cerebral characters' attack and or boost for 1 turn, and you can buff it up to 2 times. And then if your crew has a base attack boost and a multiplicative boost at the same time when you launch the special, it will further increase your attack boost by 0.5. So it will basically become a 2.5 attack boost, a 2 times all boost, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Like, it's an interesting kit. This is a type of character that actually could see play, because it gives you a full board of slots, attack and or boost, all with 1 special, on top of just giving some removal. Like, this potentially could see some play, but like, it's not like the end all be all. It's just okay. Like, you're probably not going to use it, but it's got a cool kit either way. Tapping on this character with a bomb slot gives a 3% resistance down as well. Like, that's also kind of cool too. In terms of the potential abilities, Fear Resistance is quite good for this character, and Critical Strike, and the support doesn't do anything. So, yeah, overall, I think Atlas is just kind of okay, nothing game-breaking, just a cool character overall with a really cool artwork. Now, finally, before we end the video, we have this guy right here. So 6+ Kuzan is going to be arriving, and look, I made a dedicated video to this one. I was really hoping for good things, but oh man, they have royally screwed up this character's super evolution. I will say, in Rumble, there is potential for him. However, in normal content, this guy is borderline unusable, which is crazy to say for a 6+, but this guy, he freaking sucks. He's bad. We expected Kuzan to receive some pretty significant buffs. Considering where he is right now, he's not a good unit. He never sees play. I was expecting some potential utility changes to actually make people warrant, like, to actually use this guy, because at the moment, he just does like an all boost, color affinity boost, and that's it. And they basically left him kind of the same, so we'll go through it. In terms of his base captain, this is what you get at base level, just with super evolution with no investments. You need to have only strength decks and quick characters on your crew, which is what he did previously. 4 times chain growth, same as before. The attack boost has gone up from 1.75 or 1.5, whatever it was, to 1.85, so that is a buff. At 1.25 HP, strength dex quick slots matching. If you launch a special to give you an orb boost, you extend it by 1 turn. That's all it does. So it's just damage and matching slots. Like it's pretty bland, so it doesn't do a lot. Especially in like 2025, you need characters that have some type of utility, like a reason to be used as a captain. Not much real reason to use this guy as a captain, in my opinion. The special ability at base level with no investment, it will reduce chain reduction by 6 turns, which makes sense with his kit because he's focused on chain. And then gives strength dex quick characters 2.5 orb boost for 2 turns, 2.25 color affinity boost for 2 turns, and makes it easy to land perfects. So the special is essentially the same with, I think it's 1 turn addition to their orb boost and color affinity. The numbers are slightly higher, which was to be expected. But the only other change, the major change to his special, is he now removes 6 turns of chain reduction, and that's it. So, not a great one considering chain reduction is one of those debuffs that you can ignore with other different buffs on your crew. So it's just a very redundant piece of utility overall. Let's move on to some other things. Let's have a look at his rumble. So this is base level rumble with no investment. So strength dex quick characters will get speed increase, attack increase for level 6, which is pretty good. And then for the first 40 seconds, strength dex and quick characters get 6 speed and 6 attack. So very fast and a lot of damage in the first 40 seconds. And then the rumble special is now 20 CT. I don't recall what his special CT was previously. I think it was quite high, but 20 CT for what this does is quite good. Large range 3.5 damage, and then 2 high attack enemies for 100% chance of special bind for 10 seconds. For 20 CT, this is a ridiculously good special, for sure. And remember that this is classified as a rumble legend, so he's only got 20 cost. For a 20 cost character to be providing this, that's quite good, honestly. So this is what you get, just a base level with no investment. Let's move on now to with level limit break. So if you have the investments, his rumble ability, as you can see here, will now go from level 6s all to level 7s. And that's basically all it does. So not a major change in terms of investments for the rumble. The captain ability. So this is, if you have max investment, this is what his captain ability does. So the only change is he gives -1 turn of cooldown, which is a nice buff. But everything else is pretty much the same, except that he now extends the duration of your affinity boost by 1 turn and the orb boost by 1 turn. So beforehand it was just orb boosts, now it's orb and affinity boost get 1 turn of cooldown. And then it also will make the attack boost go from 1.85 to 2x. So again, more damage, which is not something that he really needed anyway. Like damage was like, whatever, no one's using this guy as a captain for damage. So now, a little bit more damage, -1 cooldown, and he can extend affinities by 1 turn. Like, that's all he does. It's not a great captain ability at all. The Rumble special did get quite a good increase. So remember, still 20 CT, but they went from 3.5 damage to 4 times damage in a large range. And then he still has the 2 high attack enemies for special bind. So Rumble looking very promising with a special such as that. And then if you have investments with his special ability, now his special will give -1 turn of cooldown. It reduces chain reduction by 7 turns now instead of 6. So that's a real nice change. That's exactly what he needed. And then he also will give a 2.5 orb boost for 3 turns, color affinity boost for 3 turns. So now you don't need to have him as a captain to extend the duration of them with investments. It means if you do use the special while he's a captain, it's now 4 turn color affinity, 4 turn orb boost, which is cool. Makes it easy to land perfects for 3 turns. And then if you land 3 perfect strikes in that turn, you further increase the orb and color affinity boost by 0.3 in the next turn. Again, it just doesn't do a lot. He just doesn't do much. So you could potentially get a 2.8 orb boost, a 2.55 color affinity boost. Like, let's be real, this is not good. And then as for level limit break resistance, he evades special bind, and then 40% damage dealt and reduced damage taken from strength characters. So Rumble, he looks a lot more promising, that's for sure. But like, he's pretty bad. And look, I guess he's kind of focused in on Rumble, I suppose, if you do look at that from that perspective. But, like, for them not to really change his base kit at all, like, that's really disappointing. As I said, I definitely can see him being used in normal content for Rumble, should I say. He is a quick free spirit shooter, if I remember correctly, so trying to fit him in those type of teams, because he is quick focused in Rumble, or Strength Dex and quick focus. So I suppose maybe in free spirit he could find a way, because if you've got characters like Enmazoro, Rush Sugo Sanji, Monkey D. Luffy from the New Year's Celebration, Otama, like all of those are like strength X and quick, so he could actually potentially fit in a free spirit team, maybe. So maybe keep that up there. Yeah, he is for quick free spirit shooter there. But that's it, guys. That's the whole video for today. Kuzan, very good in Rumble, I think, but in terms of normal content, he's a stinker. Atlas is a pretty cool Kizuna rare recruit, and like Robin and Chopper is just the most nothing legend. I just don't care about this unit at all. This unit is a stinker as well. No, thank you. The only potential use for this guy is synergy with New Year's Luffy, which could have some real role to play in the future. But as for now, at face value, looks pretty bad, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions about this brand new batch of characters, because it's not that exciting, I will say. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, though. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.